There hasn't really been any Exodus news this month, and I think we're going to have to wait until their next Q&A for new information. But I did want to bring up a change in their Founders program, and an interesting use of the term descendants in the email that was sent out today. Back when Exodus was revealed in December at the Game Awards, their website originally said that the sign-up for the Founders program was only available until March 31st. But in the email sent today, their Founders program has been extended until December 7th of this year. Could this maybe be related to the game's release date? I'd assume you'd have to become a founder before the game releases. And if the new date is December 7th, then Exodus probably is not releasing this year. And I was probably too optimistic about that being a potential release date anyways, but I hope that Exodus releases sometime maybe next year. And honestly, with what they've shown, I would anticipate that this game isn't several years out, but hopefully releases within a year or two. We've seen some pre-alpha gameplay at last year's Game Awards, and then again during Elise's reveal last month. But who knows when this footage was actually taken? And I still hope that with the Archimedes engine, Exodus's first novel, being released this September, that the game isn't too far off, and it feels like there's a connection to the novel's release and the release of the game. And if not, maybe there's expanded material in between to keep fans interested and to keep the momentum of learning about the world of Exodus going. I was also maybe hoping to see Exodus at Summer Games Fest, but with this Founders program being moved to December, I think another appearance at the Game Awards could be possible if Exodus is releasing in 2025. And I don't think there's any other major RPGs releasing in 2025 that Exodus would have to compete with. So maybe that could be for the best. I just hope we aren't going to be waiting for years. As of right now, there's 3 studios working to bring Exodus to life. And since December, we have gotten a decent stream of constant reveals. And I hope to see more. But in the email, they did also reveal this new piece of armor called the Traveler Star Emblem that you can get by becoming a founder. And this piece is actually inspired by Matthew McConaughey himself. Honestly, I never thought I'd see this type of collaboration. It's really funny and random to me. But we can see from this armor set that Exodus looks like it has a pretty unique, defined aesthetic that seems to be a lot different than what we're used to. And this set of armor also doesn't have June's celestial arm aesthetics we've seen in the gameplay and official art. So it makes me ask some questions about the neural induction ability. Is the arm able to be hidden? Do some armor sets cover it completely? Maybe that's why the arm here looks a bit bulkier. And overall, I think I like this set. I think I'd like it more if it was a different color. I'm not a huge fan of brown. I bet a black version would look really great. But overall, I really like it, and the leather texturing is really good. And the email itself doesn't really reveal any new information. It gives a summary of the game's story, but does provide a little bit more context into what being a traveler is supposed to be like. It says, if you embrace the life of a traveler, you exist outside of time. A single day of interstellar expedition for you can mean decades lost with loved ones back home. The world you once knew will change. You will become a stranger in your own land. The burden you carry as a traveler is immense. The celestial artifacts you seek and uncover wield the power of creation and destruction. A single find, one solitary choice, and the trajectory of the human civilization you protect can change entirely. Living across millennia, you will bear witness to the profound transformation your choices bestow upon your descendants, your world, and humanity itself. And the emphasis on descendants here is very interesting. In a previous interview, Olin spoke about the effect of time dilation and having children, and seeing your child grow old while you were on an expedition. But it was said in broad terms, and I wasn't sure if the analogy was actually referring to our protagonist June, or if it was just a general analogy. But if we are going to see descendants, that must mean we form relationships. So I wonder if this is something that can happen with our companions that we can romance. Also, June living for a millennia is extremely interesting. I hope they can really nail the passage of time and reflection of choices on the world. This sounds like a major undertaking development-wise. And I really hope they nail this. What I'm imagining is that on these expeditions, we will choose specific locations, and they will require certain amounts of time dilation and years lost. And these will result in heavy choices and consequences. And I hope that the time dilation is an accessible feature, not just necessarily a narrative device. But I think it does make more sense for the game's narrative to be centered around time dilation, in the sense that we come to choices in the story that require time dilation to move the story forward, versus the time dilation feature being accessible whenever we want to travel. So if you're interested in Exodus, make sure to sign up for the Founders Program. The team will be asking for fan questions and releasing another set of dev Q&A videos in the coming weeks. Last time it took them a little over 2 weeks to release the video after questions were sent. So I would expect another set of videos mid-April. And during the last dev answers, they revealed that the main character June will be fully voiced. So these questions do seem to be revealing some important information. And hopefully we see some more reveals like this to keep fans interested. So make sure to go sign up and send in your questions. And that's it. I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware of the Founders Program in case you hadn't been able to sign up yet and wanted to ask the devs some questions. I think I'm going to ask if we will be able to have any awakened animal companions, like the pig, octopus, and raccoon from the prequel stories. That is honestly my biggest wish for this game, and something I think could really set them apart, and I hope it's in there. So what are you hoping to learn from this set of dev Q&A questions? And when do you think Exodus is coming out? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.